Hi everybody. So a couple of weeks ago, I hosted my private client mastermind for about 40 to 50 folks, and some of my close friends were there as well. And I did a presentation called "How to Make Getting Rich Easy and Fun." And it was a combination of some of my best lessons I've learned over the years, not just in terms of business, but also how to actually grow your business in a way that is fun, which is effortless, that's easy and simple to you. Because as again, right, I always believe something that the best strategy is the one that you can do the longest. So if you are able to make or to design your business in a way that is fun, that's easy, that's enjoyable for you, right, growing your financials, growing your income, being rich is something that will eventually happen, and you eventually succeed no matter what. So with that, enjoy this video. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you very soon.
Sharing about this title, right? How to make getting rich easy and fun. Obviously, it's a bit of a hook, lah, right? It's a bit of a clickbait, to make it sound exciting. But I'm gonna start number one, right, by acknowledging everyone who is here today. I think it's pretty cool that from someone who used to conduct free sessions, so the first workshop I ever did, we had to squeeze everybody in this little room called SMU. I don't know if you all know, and we had to bypass the security and we had to pass like 5, 6 people to teach an investing workshop. And now it's pretty cool that we have like quite a good number of people here, right? People I call my friends, my clients, people I work with, people I work with for quite a while as well. Okay, so what I'm going to share with you is a presentation that's very close to my heart. I don't think I've ever shared this segment before. I hope you guys enjoy it, right? And use it as a way to get started for the rest of today and hope you get some lessons from it as well. Sounds good? Yeah, nah? Type yes in the chat. Okay, no more. No more. Okay, so with that, quick disclaimer. I'm going to start this presentation disclaimer. I haven't hit all my goals yet. So for any of you think that I'm like your... yeah. Okay, sorry. This is to remind you to... Okay, no. Okay, yeah. Okay, so quick disclaimer. I'm not someone who has hit all my goals yet. Right? I'm not your guru with all the nice hotels, first class flights and whatnot. But one thing is, I would say I love my life. Right? I love what I'm doing right now. I think yesterday was it Darius or Sam asking me, what's my vision? It sounds good. I'm living my vision right now. My coaching, my consulting, right? Doing what I do, creating stuff, creating content. I love my life. Right? Obviously, I want to do more, I want to grow myself, but yeah. And for example, I used to conduct a lot of free workshops, right? Just for the fun of it. I had nothing to do. I just conducted free workshops. Now getting paid. At the same time, I used to conduct coaching sessions for free. If you ask my old friends, university friends, right, I'm now getting paid to do it, which works. At the same time, I started my interview show to learn just for the fun of it, right? Just for the fun, just to enjoy myself, and also I can learn for free also lah, right? Quick hack, interview people that you want to learn from. Okay, so and a self-professed learning junkie. Now I say learning junkie, not seminar junkie, because when you learn, it means you simply implement. Okay, so for those who don't know who am I used to be in the tech startup space, help companies to fundraise, get grants. After I was a digital marketer, did some side hustles, right? Did pretty well. Had this photo that I've been milking, taking advantage of for a long time. I started my own coaching business, and then now I do it to help other people enjoy their life while growing their income at the same time. Okay, so today we share with you how we will make the journey of making money lucrative, easy, and fun. Sounds like a very good, catchy hook idea, right? But let's go deeper. Okay, so you can also use it for your finances, relationships, health as well. And before we begin, very quickly, we're going to define some terms together to make sure that we're all on the same page. Number one, to me, fun just equals to enjoyment. Fun just means you enjoy what you do, right? For me, comedy is fun. For me, fun is talking to different people, right? Helping them. For me, fun is coaching people. For me, fun is learning. For me, fun is not running high rocks. Joking, joking. I don't know what high rocks, right? Not running a marathon. So again, I'll talk about that later. Number two, what I mean by easy. Easy is low level of effort. Okay? So to me, fun, enjoyment, you enjoy. Easy is just generally just feel that, okay, there's a pretty low level of effort over there. Okay, so however, remember, what might seem fun and easy to one person can be boring and hard for another. Do you agree? Okay, so just something to think about, which is what can be easy and fun for me could be disastrous and could be tough as heck for all of you. Okay, so it's all very subjective. That's why fun and easy are what I call states of mind. It's all internal. How many of you love David Goggins? I don't know. I know he knows it, right? Realize I'm not too sure. Right? To me, David Goggins, nowhere near where I want to be. Because his fund, apparently, I guess it's fun lah, right? Maybe he says he doesn't. He's running like 60 hours and not drinking water. I don't know. I don't know what he does. Right? So again, it's all states of mind. It's all internal, right? Depends on what do you want. Okay, so next, very quickly, let's answer these three questions. Number one, how many of you here have not hit your financial goals yet? Can you raise your hands? Okay, good. Wow, really? Oh, good. Number two, how many of you feel some level of stress over your finances? Can you just raise your hands? Okay, good. Thank you for sharing. Number three, how many of you have activities at work you don't really enjoy? There's some things at work. This one, that's two hands up. All right. Okay, so if you raise your hands for any of these three questions, can you just raise your hands very quickly? For any of these three questions. Any of these questions, right? Can you just take a look around? Okay, right. Thank you. So you realize that all of us, on some way or another, right, might be dissatisfied with our level of finances. Everybody agree? Then, so guess what? Me too. This is not financial, this is I was doing a stupid leg curl lah. You can blame Daniel later for it lah. I don't know why I was laughing. I love pain apparently. Okay, so me too. And this is some of the things on my mind right now. Financial management. Maybe I should talk to Thomas over there, right? Balancing my health relationships with work, taking care of clients, especially those who don't do your weekly reflections. Okay. I repeat it now, but improving our coaching program, budgeting for the next phase of my personal life, deciding between investing in business or other areas. I look at my investor coaches and crypto people. I get FOMO also. Don't worry. I got FOMO. I got FOMO. Right? Worrying about current papers aren't good enough. So I don't finish creating all. I'm thinking about the current ones already. How do we improve them? Right? Admin, payroll, operational work, managing team members. But they'll be amazing. Right? Content creation shall be doing more, so and so forth. So all this is on my mind right now. And I'm looking forward to after the mastermind, not because I don't like you all, because I'm very excited for what's ahead. Or I'm very stressed for what's ahead. Okay? So, however, hey, my business journey can still feel fun and easy. And so the first lesson helped me write this down, which is we're going to talk about this thing called financial freedom. How many of you here want to achieve financial freedom? This is the standard guru question. So I'm the masquerade here for the fun of it. Okay, so question, why do you want to achieve financial freedom in the first place? So let me just shout the answers. What are some reasons why you might want to achieve financial freedom? Can you just shout it out? And please don't say, I want financial freedom so I can invest more. When I get the answer, okay, so guys, shout the answers. What are some reasons why you want to achieve financial freedom? Do whatever I want, but what do you want? Okay, good. Do the things you love, good. Be specific. Do what? Yeah. Buy the things I want, good. I'm going to get answers. Okay. Support family, wonderful. Buy a nice house. Okay, good. JB, okay. Anything else? Survive in Singapore. Financial freedom to survive in Singapore. Interesting beliefs are over there. Okay, hi Lynn. Good to see you. Okay, so next question. Whatever you all said, why do you want to achieve it? Whatever your mind, So when you say buy a new house, buy whatever I want, support my family, why do you want to achieve it? Think about that deeply, Well, Yating looks like very serious over there. Right? Why do you want to achieve it? I want to buy a new house so that I want to take care of my family so that I can. Something to think about. Because that's what I feel, right? Based on my observations. Most of us want to make more money to feel something, right? To feel at peace. I know yesterday a lot of clients talk about peace, right? We are using about marketing copy, reminder to self, peace, right? Peace, want to feel loved, want to feel secure, right? Most of us want to make more money to feel something. Okay? Anyway, I'll give the slides, if you all need it, for 997. Okay. Okay. Actually, I'll give time to them. Okay. So, however, how many of you agree that more money does not necessarily lead to happiness, fulfillment, power, love, enlightenment? You agree? Wonderful. So, ironically, even worse, it makes us less likely to feel worse, right? Less likely to feel better because we have not achieved it. So, what I mean? Because we have not achieved our goals that we thought would make us feel better, we feel even worse. Can you guys see the link over there? And so the quick question you ask yourself, right, even before I go on to the another strategy, what are your expectations for happiness? Okay, what are the rules you have set for yourself for you to feel happy, fulfilled, meaningful? So I'll share with you very quick, my own personal thoughts. For me, there are only three things in my life. If I have them, my life is amazing. Okay, number one, I can walk. And why do I say that? Because I've suffered months where I couldn't walk and I hate it, right? For those who don't know, I sprained my ankles for the past 10 years. That's why I engaged Daniel, right? And every time I can't walk, it's the only time my wife knows not to talk to me. She knows not to disturb. I will emo the whole day. I will not work. I'll just check social media and stuff. I hate not walking, right? Some people do, right? It's fine. Number two, I do meaningful work that I believe in. Okay, so I do meaningful work I believe in, right? To me, I'm doing this is great. Even as my 9 to 5 job, right? Hey, at the side, I'll just do work, conduct workshops, help people, just for the fun of it, because why I enjoy myself. Number three, I have good quality time with my family and friends. That's it. Is anything there talking about financial freedom or money, right? Or having 1,000 people, right, in my with my business? No, because why? I keep personally for me, I keep my rules simple. So the question ask yourself is, right? One of the best lessons I would give to anyone, I will forget everything I said, which is just remind yourself what are the rules you set yourself for happiness or fulfillment, right? Because why? I aim for financial fulfillment. I don't aim for financial freedom. Okay, and what does financial fulfillment mean to me? Yeah, it just happens when you make money doing what you enjoy and find meaning in. Doesn't mean you must enjoy 100%. Not necessarily. But on a general basis, if you make money what you might enjoy and find meaning in, to me that's what I aim for. Okay. Achieving financial freedom will take time, especially if some of you have ambitious goals. Wonderful, no problem. But achieving financial fulfillment can be pretty fast. Anywhere from 9 to 12 months, probably can get there in terms of in a space where you actually feel fulfilled with what you're doing. Everybody okay? All good so far? Yeah. I think I speak slower than previously. Last time I will go like bullet train. Now this is not sure. Okay. So this is the one thing that can help make a journey of making more money become fun and easy, right? Which is financial fulfillment. And so today I'll share with you 3 strategies I use to help me get there. Again, some of the strategies you might find familiar, you might find it before. The question asked is, how can I apply this? All good so far? Okay, so before that, quick reminder, remember to ask how can I apply this or how can I apply this better. So basically, if you want to learn, it just means same condition, different behavior. Okay, so learning as in terms of my practical definition, it doesn't mean you took a lot of notes or you just hear a lot. Basically means have your behavior change after today. Okay, and if you want to be smart, intelligent, it just means you change faster your behavior. Okay, so with that, are you ready? Wonderful. So first one, clarity on goals. So the first thing that I'm very clear about is clarity of goals. So for example, hey guys, if I wanted to achieve $100 million tomorrow, is it realistic or unrealistic? Say again. Hey, no one believes in me. Okay, no, okay. Okay. So again, if I say, hey, I want to achieve $100 million in 50 years' time, is it more realistic or less realistic? More realistic. So first thing, it's never about whether your goals are realistic or not. Never ask yourself, am I good enough to achieve the goal? Most of the time, it's just based on timeline. That really matters. Okay, so one thing, I'm willing to be patient. Second thing, quick exercise. Think of your dream target income and keep it to yourself. You don't have to say, just think of the number in your head, right? For the rest of this segment. Okay? How many of you got number? Your general dream target income? Question. Do you know by how many years do you want to achieve it by? Question, So, general income? By how many years? Okay, so for you, I'm very open with my game plan. Not a big number, honestly. Right? Some people message me, why so little? Right? 50K per month. If I get 50K per month consistently, I still do what I love. I spend time with my family and friends. Right? I get to walk. Lucky I'm not an athlete, so I don't have to worry about that. They doing that. I'm very happy. Right? I'm very happy. The question is, by when? I'll talk about that later. Okay, so the quick question is, the next one is, will your actions be different if you want to achieve your goals in 5 years versus 1 year? What do you think? Very different. So the thing is, your timeline is so important because why? It determines your actions to get there. And we'll go a bit deeper on this later. So the next question to ask is the amount of action you are willing to take. So not just timeline, the next one is the action. And we'll go deep dive on it later. So personally, I'm not in a rush. So what I mean, some people, and later you'll hear people that are like doing way bigger, way crazier goals and crushing it, right? But I'm fine. I used to be like, wow, how come I'm not as good as them? But now I'm fine. Because why? I'm willing to take my time to get there. Because why? Right now, I like to enjoy my life, right? I like to travel as I can. chill a little bit, right? Learn. I'm okay to take my time. Some people, they're not. Some people, they're willing to wake up from 5 a.m. and get work done all the way to midnight. I need my sleep. For me, some people don't. So again, the question is not about my goals, right? The question is the timeline you wish to get there. And that will determine the actions you need to go there in the first place. So if you're unclear of your goals and timeline, you're likely to feel maybe not miserable, but dissatisfied to get there. Everybody understand? Likely to feel it. Because why? If your brain is not clear, what does it go? It goes to the worst case scenario. So you need to be first clear of your goal and your timeline, right? So that you can get clear about what's ahead. So remember, you need to be clear. Okay? So have you go so far? Number one, get clear of your goals, your timeline, and actions, right? You need to take to get there. Thing number two, do more what you want and less of what you don't want. Sounds simple enough, huh? But how many of you here right now are probably doing a lot of things that you don't want? Right? Yeah. So, and yesterday I shared this very quickly, but I'm going to talk about a quick conversation I had with this lady called May Sim. Okay, so May Sim, for those who know, is one of the top astrologers in Singapore. And I asked her this quick question, which is, hey, how come when I talk to a lot of my friends, so my friends are about 30s, right? A lot of them are 9 to 5s, banking careers and all. So I said, hey, why when I ask a lot of my friends about to rate their relationship, how come a lot of them will just tell me 6 or 7 out of 10? How many of you feel that maybe your friends or the people around you? Yeah, 6 or 7. And so I asked her why, right? Why is that the case? And so she shared one amazing framework that I thought everyone can use it. I shared it yesterday already for clients, but that's probably good for everyone. Which is the reason why most people are unhappy or not the most satisfied relationships because of this. Because they tolerate stuff. Okay, so even if you've heard this before, the question asked is, if you're dissatisfied in any area of your life, what have you been tolerating? What have you been tahaning, right, in the Singlish, right, what I tahan? Because if you tolerate, right, number one is tolerating pain a good thing? It could be a good thing, right? Those times you keep going, right, keep going no matter what, right, take action, be resilient. But what happens if you tolerate for too long? Right? One day you will right? You go burst, you go crazy, right? So the question is, the reason why a lot of people are dissatisfied with relationships is because they tolerate a lot. Okay? So for example, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, so Sharon would always go for, will buy a ton of facial packages. Which I always think is now I think it's not always last time, right? Now makes her happy. So anything she is happy, I'm happy, right? So she buys a lot of facial packages, right? And I'm like, what a waste of money. And so after a while, I realized that we have this like back and forth about me like thinking she's wasting money, right? She probably says I'm wasting money on coaches as well, but anyway, that's a topic for another day. But so I tolerate a lot. And then she said, hey, the reason why for her relationship is 10 out of 10 for a very long time is because she accepts it. She accepts that it's part of the relationship. She accepts it's part of, like some of the things she might not necessarily like about her husband. It's just part of him. And she accepts the fact that it's it. Because why? What's the alternative? I quit. Alright, I quit. So the big question ask yourself about when do you quit, by the way, very quick one, is to find out what are your deal breakers. What are your absolutely deal breakers such that this will help you to quit the relationship? If not, you either choose to tolerate, which might not be good for the long term, or you choose to accept. Everybody so far? Yes, Lina. We'll do it later. Is that okay? Yeah, thanks, Lina. Yeah, appreciate you. Okay, so accepting very quickly. Just go a bit more technically. So accepting, 2 types. I can accept and do nothing about it, which is fine. Because if you have truly accepted it, life goes on. But does it mean that you have to do nothing? Not necessarily. Can you accept something and still do something to actively change it? Can you do it? You can try to change. However, even if you try to change it over and over again, if you are someone who accepts it, the enunciation, right? If you accept it, It just means that you're fine. I try, it doesn't work out, sure. Life goes on. Get it? This framework is one of the most powerful ways you can do to be in a way where you might not be satisfied with a part of your life right now. But if you learn how to accept it, life will get easier and more fun. Okay, so far? 10? So, let's continue on. So now, my relationship, not bad lah. I think it's a 10 out of 10, yeah? But we'll talk about it. Okay, so next one. The one thing that helps you do more of what you want and less of what you don't want very quickly, yeah, is to be clear of what the activities are in the first place. Okay, so this is what I learned from my previous mentor, right? Darius, you'll hear from me later. It's called the zone of genius. No one knows, you kept talking about it. The Zog. Right? So Zog, I said OG. So if you hear me say Zog out of habit, it's just zone of genius. Okay? So zone of genius basically is doing the things that you are passionate about, right? And the things that you're strongest at. Okay? Sometimes if you do things you're passionate about, but you're not very good at, that's what some people call a hobby. Okay? Right? On the other hand, if you're doing some things that you're great at, right, you're amazing at, but you don't really like it, that's what I call your zone of excellence. And just came across Cohen is here, right? So Cohen, I remember we had a conversation on set, right, one time. I think this is one thing mentioned. If you continue doing things that you are good at, right, maybe they makes money and stuff, but you don't enjoy it, slowly from a zone of excellence, it might become what we call your zone of frustration. Okay, so even if you're doing things that makes you a lot of money, right, if you don't look to adapt it, right, towards your zone of genius, you might still get very frustrated eventually. So there's something about it as well. Everybody okay? So zone of genius, So one thing to ask yourself right now, you can write down in your notes, which is what are your top 3 to 5 activities that are in your zone of genius? So for me, right, creating content, creating playbooks, and coaching consulting. Okay? Me speaking here, zone of maybe excellence, if arguable, right, or maybe zone of incompetence, right, depending on who we relevant. Yeah, so the thing is, will I be speaking live every day? No, right, because it might drain me. But one thing I look forward to doing, creating playbooks, creating content, right, and at the same time, coaching consulting clients. I love it. Speaking, yeah, once in a while. Or I speak on YouTube, right, just look at the webcam. Are you okay so far? I'm very open about it, So sorry? Zone of neutrality. That means okay, lor. Yeah. Okay, but the question ask yourself is, what is in your zone of genius? And how can you continue working on that? Okay, so 3 strategies to take advantage of zone of genius very quickly. Number 1, this is what I do. I love to focus on my zone of genius at the start of the day. By the way, this applies whether you are in your business or when you're side hustle. What I mean, when I was in my full-time career, I didn't really enjoy, it was fine, right? The startup space, helping companies get grants and funding. So what I did is, even before I got to work, I would start working on my zone of genius first. I would create content, right? Most of the time. So even before I got to work, I would start creating content because why? I want to start my day fresh with the thing that I enjoy and I'm the strongest at. Excellent. Okay, so focus on the start of the day, try to put in the morning possible. Next one, focus on improving your zone of genius every week. And this is something I look forward to every weekend where I get to spend time to learn, right, to upgrade myself, to get better on my zone of genius. It just makes life more fun that way. Okay, because if you have a zone of genius and you only work on it once in a while, how's life going to be like? Yeah, a bit mundane, a bit boring. So I just schedule in part of my day. Right? Number 3, eventually focus on systemizing, delegating, and automating. And this is not in your zone of genius. Okay? So for clients, you all know, right? One thing that's not in my zone of genius is doing a lot of like mindset life coaching. Right or not? Some of you, if you all try to get life coaching from me, you'll be like, what did Mark say? I also cannot get. So what I do right now? Hey, bye-bye. Yeah, I just pass to bye-bye. Say, hey, did somebody start talk to YY? I'll talk to you about this. I'll talk to YY. Hey, delegating. And do you think it's YY zone of genius to do life coaching? 100% exact, right? Yeah, YY thinks that. Okay, so again, very quickly, right? Sometimes we have operation stuff, right? Automations and all who are delegated to. It's actually quite cool, coaching, creating playbooks, right? And then just creating content. That's how I enjoy my life. Okay, so in short, do first, learn more, delegate more. And that's how life can become fun and easy as well. Okay. So, So number one, this one I learned this recent term, which is the Gen Z calls it lah. Anyone Gen Z here? Oh, Morgan, wow. Bro. Oh, what year you born, bro? Okay, moving on. Everybody, I'm desensitive. Okay, so for one that's not, there's this term I heard called don't be delulu lah. You know, don't be delusional, right? Which means okay, there are going to be activities that you probably don't like, right? And it's something that we cannot run away from. So basically, what I do is I just pair them activities that I actually enjoy. Very simple. So what I do last time when I did what I didn't like, when I do OT at work, right? I will go to Starbucks, right? Go to a nice environment, drink my cafe, right? Eat breakfast, eat a good food, have a good nice environment, and then I'll get some stuff done. So every time I do work that I don't really enjoy, go to Starbucks, chill, and then life is good. Okay, so quick fact, so Susan, one of my clients, I saw her, she's the first one that saw me in my secret hideout, which I won't say out there. But anyway, so yeah, so again, right, have a secret hideout so that you'll be undisturbed to do the work you enjoy, anything you don't enjoy. Okay, so strategy 3, prepare in advance, very quickly. So strategy 3, prepare in advance. So the lesson is, if you're constantly concerned about other areas of your life, you can't be 100% focused on making money. Everybody agree? So if you're constantly concerned about other areas, then you can't really want to enjoy your life. Okay, so one thing to note is, remember, crap happens. Shit will always happen. It will always and always happen. The question is, are you prepared for that? I just thought this picture was quite funny, but anyway, didn't really add much to it. But what do I mean? So let's say, right, if you book a whole day out to, and this what happened to me about 2 years ago. You book a trip to a full day out at a theme park. And the theme park you are meant to be, right, enjoy yourself, right, happy, excited. But at the point of time, I didn't know better. So a lot of my brain was still thinking about what? Wow, how can I get more clients? Wow, how can this client reply me? Sell out. This client I think want to renew with me next time already. Right? So all these thoughts are happening while I was one of the happiest days on earth. It sucked. Right? So what do I do? Right? You got to prepare in advance. So number one, right, which is get objectively clear what is your worst case scenario and its impact. Okay, now I'll share with you what I mean. So for example, if you quit your job, right, to do your own business, a lot of people get very worried and frustrated, right, and they start questioning their lives for after a while. But the question is, do you even know what's your worst case scenario? And when I say worst case scenario, the word is to be objective. Because sometimes people say in Singapore, the worst case scenario is I have to get out, right, and crap happens to the point I get kicked out of Singapore, right? That's not very objective. So be objective, right, which is what's the worst case scenario. So for example, when I start my business, my worst case scenario is probably I don't do well for a few months, I struggle a little bit, and I probably have to get back to a 9-to-5 job. Okay, worst case, be a Grab driver. If you have no license, then I'm sure there are other things besides being a Grab driver, right? But again, what's the worst case scenario? It can't be that bad. But if you're not clear, your brain goes to the worst case scenario, right? So there's something about. So number 2, ask yourself if you can accept the worst case scenario. Remember about acceptance? So ask yourself, can you accept it? If you can accept, great. Go ahead. If you can't, think about how can you reduce the probability and impact by preparing in advance. Okay? Simple. So for anything you're dissatisfied or you're worried or concerned with, number 1, get clear on the worst case scenario. Number 2, ask yourself if you can accept it. If you can, go ahead. If you can't, reduce the probability and impact by preparing in advance. Okay? If not, you can just continue whatever you're doing. Okay, so when prepare the worst case scenario, that's when you go all in towards your goals and dreams. Because if not, you're part of your mind and your brain space will always be thinking about that worst case or the things that might or might not happen, and then you start feeling a little bit down and stuff and cannot enjoy your life. Okay, so this can include your finances, your health, relationship, and other commitments as well. So this is not just for business, not just for career, you can be for other areas also. Okay, so example, finances. This one I learned from MMI, Millennium Intensive. Very simple system, which is, hey, how can we delegate some of finances in different categories? Obviously, there are nuances to this strategy. But so for example, what I do is, every month I automate certain part of my cash flow to different departments, different categories, right? Different bank accounts. Okay, that's a very simple example. Another thing, schedule your priorities. So my client should know, if it's your priority, someone should be on calendar. Okay, some of the things, right, what to schedule. The 3 R's. Time for review, time for recharge, time for relaunch. Exercise. right? Do you take time to exercise in the first place for workout, for movement, relationships, right? Dinners, people you care about, your loved ones, learning, reading, coaching, so forth. And 5, chores, study if you need to. Study because moving, taking some major exams moving forward, right? For him. Okay, so again, want to schedule some of these things. Ask yourself if they're important to you, are they scheduled on your calendar? Okay, so note, yes, after doing this, you might need to adjust your goals. So this is the one thing, right? Just going full circle back to the first strategy here. Based on what you write down, based on what you schedule, you have to ask yourself, is it realistic for me to achieve my goals in a timeline with everything I've scheduled? If it's not, you might need to adjust your goals and timeline as well. Everybody understand? Okay, so this is one thing we go through with all clients as well. Huh? So what if they're not sure? Then bonus strategy is just go ahead. Okay? Okay, my biggest achievement in life happened because I was being asked for help. You do not have to do this alone. When asking for help, find people very quickly have achieved your goals in a way you relate to. So what I mean, a lot of people, they find help from people who have achieved the goals they want, but not in the way they relate to. And that's one reason why people waste thousands of dollars on programs and seminars. Because yes, you've achieved the goals I want, but I might not necessarily relate to you. Right? Why? People, you can make money from drop shipping, from advertisements, from speaking, coaching, consulting, right? Crypto, investing, trading, stocks, options, forex. You can make money on forex. Question is, do they relate to you? And later, they will be sharing a little bit about exploring your passions, exploring curiosities. That'll be an amazing session for many of you. Okay? Number 2, do they truly understand you and your situation? If you're just another number, there's something to be mindful about. Okay? Then the question is, you might be on your own. But if you want to get help, get proper quality help, do they take time to understand you and situation? Everybody okay so far? Yeah. Okay, so what I can do, I put there for a reason. Weekly reflections, daily highlights. I've repeated probably 20 times these 2 days. Daily highlight, right? Not wait till it's too late to ask questions and help. So one thing is, I realize a lot of people, they wait till the dire of circumstances, then they ask for help. But you can do it beforehand, chances are it's easier to solve the problems and the pain. Okay, next one, ask for feedback from people who matter. Right, your clients, your customers, your audience, your mentors, ask feedback from them on a regular basis. And right, lastly, of course, constantly learn and upgrade yourself. Okay, so lastly, success is 80% psychology, 20% skill. I repeated this many times because, like I said, strategy and tactics is all out there for us to use. Usually what happens is, we humans like to complicate stuff. So it's back down to psychology. Okay, so question, have you been controlling your thoughts and emotions, or are they controlling you? Okay, and someone who's a master, I would say master at controlling emotions and thoughts is our next speaker. So he'll be coming on soon. Okay, so yeah, and that's why I use this, right? Gratitude. So again, how do you make getting rich fun and easier? Number one, not waiting to achieve the goal to be happy, but this is one thing that helped me a lot, which is always practicing gratitude. Okay, so next, you need to decide. You set an intention. Last thing, is it an intention for you to feel that the wealth creation journey is happy and fun and easy for you? Because if you do not set an intention, whatever I say might not matter. You need to say, that is my intention. I want to make making money, my journey of making money, easy and fun. There needs to be an intention there. Okay? So, your brain will probably tell you different reasons why it's possible, but that's just a survival brain talking. Okay? And it's not just wrong. It's not wrong, right? Sometimes the survival brain is telling things that actually make sense. But accept that it will take time to get there. Okay? So when you approach this from space and attention and patience instead of frustration and fear, that's when you can't help but to eventually succeed. Okay? So you got this, right? My favorite emoji recently, red a bit, weird, blue nicer. Okay, so with that, I'll quick recap, get clear of your goals, timeline and effort, right, to get there, number 1. Number 2, do more of what you enjoy and less of what you don't, right? Think about your zone of genius, right? Do more of that, delegate the ones that are not in. Prepare and prioritize in advance. Number 4, get help to 10x of progress. And number 5, practice gratitude and set your intention. Okay, good. So remember to ask, how can I apply this, right? Think about what 3 to 5 action plans you can take from this presentation. And with that, we can just try this out for quick exercise. With that, let's take about 5 minutes for you guys just to write down on your own for this quick exercise. Okay, just for you to reflect it a little bit, and then we'll prepare for our next speaker over here. Everybody okay? All good? Okay, now so play some music, right? Take about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back for you guys to do this exercise. Okay. is we just want to have you guys just do a quick sharing with a partner, right? Just some of your lessons and takeaways from this segment, and of course some exercises here as well. We'll just take about 3 to 5 minutes for you guys to internalize the learning, and then answer some questions if you guys have any, and then we'll do a quick break before we have Stuart's session coming up. Are we okay? Yeah, okay, so everybody just find a quick partner, can be beside you, right? That's fine, can be behind, in front, that's fine. And then we just do a quick discussion together. Okay. Quinn, you can find in front, any breakfast will be fine. Breakfast? Yeah. Okay, okay. Anyone doesn't have a partner? Okay, yeah, so you share your reflection of today's presentation, right? Or you can just share some of the quick exercise that you learned. Okay, ready and let's go.